Tēnā koutou katoa, e mi tino mahana, warm greetings to you all. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing as we start our proceedings today with the University Waiata. Please be seated. A tēnei te mihi atu, ki te iti, ki te rahi, te katoa, a kua rau I ka mai nei I tēnei rangi nui whakaharahara. A ki te mana whenua rangatāne ki Manawatū. Mi kau ki a koutou katoa. E pipuri nei I te mauri o tēnei whenua, tēnā koutou. Kei aku rangatira katoa e hoa mā tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou katoa. Vice-Chancellor, Massey University Council members, members of the university community, members of the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Michael Ahi. I am Chancellor of the Massey University Council, which means I chair the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance, as well as having the very great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies and conferring qualifications to the successful students of Massey University. Firstly, my thanks to all involved in putting this ceremony together. Graduation is always a special event for the university, and I extend again to you a very warm welcome to all to this autumn graduation for 2021, the fourth of 5 ceremonies here in the Manawatū. For nearly 100 years, Massey has been part of the fabric of New Zealand's economy and culture. And for our graduates, it continues to be a launchpad to the wider world. We not only help students shape their own future, we help to shape the future of New Zealand and indeed the world. At Massey, we strive to solve the real world problems that stand to make a difference in people's lives. Through the combined efforts of our research and teaching, new solutions and discoveries are made to address the challenges that face us all. Graduates of Massey University complete their chosen course of study with more than knowledge. They leave with the capability and confidence to change the world around them, to establish new pathways, to lead the way forward, and make life better for those around them. We are immensely proud of the entrepreneurial spirit of our graduates. This week, Massey is awarding qualifications to a total of 1,217 students. That's a lot of handshakes for me. And at this ceremony, degrees will be conferred and diplomas awarded in the College of Health and College of Humanities and Social Sciences, a total of 257 in person, plus a further 43 in absentia. Graduations are festive occasions and one of our biggest celebrations of academic success. And while today is about you, the graduates, it is also about your family and friends who have encouraged and supported you and who are here to acknowledge your success. So to those of you in the audience, when your loved one takes to the stage shortly, don't hold back. Be exuberant. Be loud. Their few seconds on stage mean all the more for you being here, so please don't be afraid to contribute to their experience. Graduates, by the end of today, you will be part of a Massey alumni family with more than 150,000 people around the world. As Chancellor, I welcome you to this new whānau and hope that through the many connections it offers, your careers will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. I say this to you because the university cares about you. You are each part of the university legacy, part of a story now written, and part of the chapters yet to come. The voice of you, our tauira, our students, is a key part of the narrative of our university, and it's important that we listen to you and chart our future together. Graduates, before you cross the stage, I wish you congratulations once more. Continue to work hard. Take all the opportunities that life gives you. I know that you will continue to aim high and succeed in whatever you choose to accomplish in your life. Do us proud. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā huhi mai tātou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Michael Ahi, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Professor Jedi Carrier from the School of Nursing and Associate Professor Daryl Cochrane from the School of Sport, Exercise and Nutrition will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Health. Professor Jill McCutcheon, Pro Vice Chancellor from the College of Health, will hand out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Mental Health and Addiction the candidate I'm about to name, Juliet Jaki. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Health Science the graduands I'm about to name, Georgia Marie Brunton. Brendan John Corner. Nico Matthew John Diamantis. Keita May Tiroto Fuller. Talia Nawini Tupo. Francine Keeley Whitfield. Moana? Moana Erna Ann Lambert. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Nursing the graduands I'm about to name. Renee is Elizabeth Allen. Hazel Aretha. Michelle Ann Arnold, Massey Scholar. Oh, gosh, okay. Jordan Halia Bethel. Grace Brooking Buckley. Bridget Ann Burnett. Jennifer Lisette Clark. Sarah May Debney. Bella Rose Dickens. Marion Francine Doyle. Phoenix Durston. Palu Lelevia Fia. Alice Erin Finlayson. Marcina Ann Ford. Destiny Cherie Gilbertson. Sarah Mary Marguerite Goldstone. Sarah Eilish Gover. Petra Chantal Green. Abby Caitlin Hoffman. Caitlin Jane Ingram. Kayla Alice Isaac. Ella Renee Jordan. Anna Charlotte Kieft. Tilly Cordier. Sophie Mary Catherine Kynock. Jamie Marie MacDonald. Jessica Leona Grace McManaman. Abigail Alexis Minnis. Eugia Nay. Nisantini Palanasamy. Bridget Ellen Agnes Paver. Caitlin Grace Rousey. Brianna Chanel Richardson. Emily Lara Rontgen. Morgan Kate Stables. Elise Mackenzie Stevens. Emma Grace Sutherland. Gemma Lauren Swaby. Madison Kelsey Taylor. Ashley Anna Taylor Fowley. George William Trubridge. Emily May Tyso. Sherilyn Gemma May Webb. Catherine May Wicken. Nicola Kate Willing. Thank you, Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science the graduate I'm about to name, Ashley Aniwiniwa Tui Tahiwi. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Social Work the graduands I'm about to name, Jane Elizabeth Beard. Katrina Ann Margaret Cockle. Courtney Louise Hastings. Jade Tuiana Sandy Hoskin Hindmarsh. Jordan Alexandra Jennings. Jade Savannah Robin Lechner. Maggie Kirstenich Lockhead. Greer Louise Henderson McCarthy. Pamela Matawa. Maggie Mutombo. Tiffany Adele O'Driscoll Richardson, Massey Scholar. Thomas Joseph Reed. Rachel Kate Smith. Jessie Emily Smythe. Katie Elizabeth Turner. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise the graduates I'm about to name. Georgia Kate Atkinson. Melissa Lee Blackmore. Annalise Louise Bowden. Tyrone Lee Brown. Maxine Cecilia Christensen. Campbell Ryan Crawford. Amber Marie Davis. Michaela Dix. Wazim Nabi Drava. Kim Marie Gust, Massey Scholar. Regan Alfred Hannett. Samantha Lee Hanson. Laura Nicole Holdsworth. Levia Rachel Leah. Hayden Ross O'Neill. There you go. Achilles Leoniathus Papadopoulos. Robin Margaret Paul. Paige Marie Ruawai. Jamie Marie Severinson. William Nicholas Sutherland. Paris Afina Tate. James William Torrey. Tori Miriam Jessup Tuo. Georgia Leah Whitehead. Lara Danielle Williams. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety the candidates I'm about to name. Patricia Mary Ann Blake. Amanda Jane Flavel. Ryan Irwin Samangan Soriano. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing the candidates I'm about to name. Jacqueline Allen Austin. Priscilla Benoji Paul. Gina Marie Bryden. Maureen Kurrigan Nasaidu. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Nursing the candidates I'm about to name. Laverne Gurley Relox RQ Fernandez. Anne Christine Shand. Joanna Joyce Stevens. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Social Service Supervision the candidates I'm about to name. Bridget Joan Margaret Newport. Bernice Teresa Tyree. Chancellor, I have the honour for graduation in the degree of Master of Applied Social Work, the graduands I'm about to name. Cleo Elizabeth Arathune. Alethea Ann Baker. Kendra May Bilderbeck. Catherine Isla Bowes. Elisa Mary Brown. Rebecca Conway. Jack Francesco Dingle. Kathleen Ann Fay Fletcher. Bronwyn Mary Harris. Chelsea Ray Hunt. Laura Jean Curtin. Monica Lynn Mealy Barnes. Jo Marie Mayer. Claire Elizabeth Reynolds. Clara Lynn Salisbury. Neelam Tripathi. Joy Frances van der Sar. Delina Jane West. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Health Science the graduates I'm about to name. Joel Mark Gordon. Titus Kitikun Suksi Pasan. Thank you, Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Nursing the graduands I'm about to name. Vanessa Rochelle Bradley, with distinction. Sarah Louise Donnelly. Si Man Anna Lee. Suzanne Ruth Lockwood. Julia Much, First Class Honours. Teresa Lee Rowe, with distinction. Kelsey Sher Shi Tay, with distinction. Pinky Tapa. Marie Lynette White. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Social Work the graduand I'm about to name. James Martin Cherrington, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Sport and Exercise the graduand I'm about to name, Sarah Elizabeth Copland Blakey. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō. It's now my pleasure to invite Hamish Ruawai to address the graduands. Hamish was born and bred in Palmerston North and educated locally. He attended Palmerston North Teachers College, where he gained a diploma in teaching, and he completed a Bachelor of Education in 2005. Hamish has been a principal for the past 22 years, including at Linton's Camp School, as well as at Kaikohe West in the far north, Levin East, and currently at Palmerston North Intermediate Normal School. During that time, he has been seconded to Massey University as Advisor in Leadership and Management at the Centre for Educational Development, working with the Education Review Office, reviewing schools in Taranaki, Hawke's Bay and Auckland. He was invited in 2014 by the Minister of Education, Hekia Perata, as the delegate representing New Zealand to attend the International Leaders Conference. Hamish is father to 4 children, with 2 currently attending Otago University and 2 moving into trades. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm palmerston of welcome for Hamish, please. Hamish Ruawai.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, educators, graduates, whānau, he mihi mahana kia koutou I tēnei wā. Congratulations to you and your whānau for what you have accomplished. As an educator, there is nothing more rewarding than to see students working hard and reaching their goals. Therefore, I'd firstly like to acknowledge the tremendous commitment and passion from your lecturers, your whānau and your support crew that has enabled you to be here on this day. Seriously, when I was approached to address this audience last year, I declined. I felt they must be desperate. Probably because of COVID, they wanted someone local and in a hurry. Surely someone sitting up here must have read my average academic record, my average attendance rate. However, I'm still here today. Now, when you're anxious and nervous, you do your background work, and I viewed previous speakers that had addressed this audience in the past, illustrious people such as Dr. Farah Palmer, an icon in New Zealand rugby, and Katarina Williams with her remarkable story of being as resilient as a tetraplegic. I'm nothing like those marvellous people. My superpower is I'm an educator, and I love it. I love spending time with people and believe with positive intent that every individual has the ability to become a lifelong learner. Today, you've formally accomplished another step in your journey. Some of you will continue on your academic path, and for others, your next step is the learning of life. My address today is about the little everyday things we experience in our profession. I want to share some stories with you that continue to motivate me to walk through our school gates on a daily basis with passion and commitment to be a better principal. Hopefully the career you are about to embark on will also bring you purpose, sense of contribution and fulfilment. As a principal and working in education organisations for the last 30 years, my main role has been to lead, manage, inspire and care for staff, students and their whānau. Today I'm going to focus on the care component, the caring of others and the caring of yourself. It's called wellbeing. In our school we have 5 wellbeing pillars that we focus on, where we co-construct a plan, resource it well and monitor its effectiveness regularly. Pillars in our school have such as give to others, connect regularly, keep learning, take notice and be active. Now let me share some personal school experiences that reflect these pillars in my practice, that remind me why I love my job. Every educator knows that the first 2 pillars of having to give in order to connect is the backbone to student relationships. Early in my career, I was forced to teach 5-year-olds. New entrants, as they were called. To me at the time, I called them little ankle biters, really, that would do anything for a sticker. They were so different to my intermediate age students that I'd been teaching in the past, so I was in for a rough ride. The principal at the time decided that a group of young Māori boys, remember they're 5, would benefit from having a male Māori role model. I guess that was me, right? 2 of the boys had a condition which I've now termed after many years of experience called OTM. This translates to what's on the mind comes straight out the mouth. And I can tell you they didn't have much filter at all. Combine this with a dash of impulsivity, I tell you it made for some great fun in the classroom. It was then decided that due to the nature of one of the boys, who I'll call Trevor, I would teach his year group every year until he left our school. In other words, 6 years with me. What a pleasure. At one point, I invited my wife to the class where she spoke about her time growing up in England. After a short but highly motivating presentation of photos, followed by a video clip to inspire thought, I asked for questions. Sure enough, Trevor instantly raised his impulsive hand. Now, my wife had known about Trevor, as he'd been with me forever. Trevor said, Mr. Ruawai, do you know that your Mrs. Ruawai is white? As a true educator that I am, I thought to myself, that's not really a question, that's a comment. So I thought, let's draw it out a bit. Are you sure, Trevor? I said. He looked at her, looked at the class, and looked at me and said, She's definitely white. Being a teacher herself, quick as a flash, my wife answered, "The sun in England doesn't have the same ultraviolet rays here in New Zealand, and therefore reduces the capability to get a decent suntan." Trevor, who knew everything, was stunned. He had never understood those big words. That makes sense, Mr. Raway, and we quickly moved on. In fact, I thought at the time Trevor had an imaginary piece of string, one end tied to his top lip and one end tied to his hand. So when he raised his hand, it automatically came open. He had no patience whatsoever, Trevor. At the age of 37, Trevor and I still connect and give to each other. I've been able to experience Trevor's wedding via social media, the birth of his 3 children, the recent loss of his father, and the success of his Christchurch concreting company. Who would have thought? I do feel truly blessed for our ongoing connection, and it's one of the pleasures of my job. Another recent story highlights the kindness pillar. At my school, 4 months ago, I was mistaken for the gardener. I know, right? Which enabled me to be kind, forgiving, and laugh at myself. 2 of my passions are riding Harley-Davidson motorcycles and growing scented roses. They go hand in hand. So some weekends I ride to my school on my Harley-Davidson, brand new I might add, dressed in my overalls, gumboots, beanie, and do the gardens, which I love. On this particular morning, as I was pruning the roses, our students had just finished tennis and were moving to meet their parents in waiting cars. As usual, I stopped, heard all about their games, and was enthralled on how wonderful our students are, only to find that one parent thought it was highly inappropriate that the gardener should be talking to students, so proceeded to give me a blow-by-blow explanation of his point of view. After a while, without interrupting, we're very good at listening principals, I commented that the only course of action that he would take was to bring it up with the principal himself. I said, "You're in luck, he's here today, and he's a good bugger." I said, "Do you know him?" He said, "No, I've only just started 2 weeks ago." Oh, you can imagine my kind response. "I'm sure he would be over the moon to meet you, even today on a Saturday." So after he parked in, I must add, the principal-labelled car park, he headed for the office. Now I turned into Superman. Fast as a flash, I took the alternative route, flung the gumboots off, nixed the overalls, threw the beanie to the side and sprinted down the corridor, just in time to calmly open the door and warmly greet him with aroha and creating a sense of whanaungatanga. I put him out of his misery, showed some kindness and reassured him that even the gardeners at our school care about our students, plus thanked him for his generous feedback and would consider his opinion moving forward. The only problem with that story is I do find it strange that now on the weekends when I'm wearing my overalls, I have to wear a name tag. My last story. One of our all-time favourite pillars, would you all agree, is being active. And at school there is always some young guns, probably you people sitting out there, that come through who persuade, manipulate people like me to participate in an activity that is way out of our physical, mental and age-related capability. So yes, I agreed to participate in a staff wellbeing initiative called the Iron Māori. I think the name itself was enough to get me motivated. Surely if you're Māori, you want to be made of iron, and I was. I knew I could run a little. Cycling involves sitting, which I was great at. So how hard could it be? Get some swimming help and I'll be ready to roll, literally. So after 6 months of training in the pool with coaching lessons, and I can guarantee you expert advice from every single staff member, who for some their biggest experience was being in a spa pool, I thought I was ready. Now in this event you start swimming and leave in ability groups. As I lined up at the front of the pack, another major mistake, confidence was high. I was pumped, jumping around, excited, waving to my whānau and ready to hit the water. Plus secretly it assured me that other competitors looked a little older and a little rounder in their wetsuits. So I was pretty confident, as you can imagine. Bang, I hit the water, felt strong for about 30 metres, not that far, then all of a sudden hell broke loose. I was attacked by other swimmers. Arms, legs, I panicked. I grabbed somebody, people were screaming. The next thing you know, this thing called an IRB, which I'd never seen before in my life, an inflatable life raft, raced over, dragged me in, rolled me over and headed back to shore. Apparently, I was a danger to myself and those around me. Talk about embarrassing. I returned to the shore and they were still starting the rest of the swimmers. To make matters worse, I had the ambulance crew welcome me with a full check-over, all on the start line in full view of the crowded beach. However, I thought surely no one would recognise me as we were all in black wetsuits and with the same colour swimming cap. Just as I'm quickly reassuring the ambulance officers that I was okay, I heard an adult Trevor's voice. "Hope you're okay, Mr. Roy," he shouted. Trevor, put me in it again. Then came the power of social media. On Monday at our full assembly, while I was addressing 800 staff and students, the Baywatch theme played. And I was re-rescued with a rubber ring, much to everyone's delight. Certainly highlighted the keep learning pillar. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the following year's event was cancelled, much to my disappointment. As I come to the end of the speech, and some of you may be thinking, what does this have to do with me graduating? Here's my point. The point I'm making is that as you head off to the next stage of your life in your chosen career, don't let your job define who you are. Take the time to have fun, laugh, and particularly laugh at yourself at times. Take notice of the little things that your career will bring and enjoy them. This is the key to your well-being, the well-being of others in your care. I thank you for taking the time to listen. I congratulate you on your achievement. Go forth with passion so you can make a difference. Finally, we at Palmerston North Intermediate Normal School, the staff and students, would just like to say how proud we are of Hayley Mackay, Maddie McCarty, Naomi Smith and Sarah Anglin, who are seated here in the audience today. Nō reira whānau, whakamiharo ana kia koutou, haere aki rā, onwards and upwards.
Tēnā koe, Hamish. Thank you for those wonderful words. Don't take yourself too seriously. Focus on the little things every day. Those are wonderful messages for our graduates. Thank you once again. Ngā mihi nui. Kia koe, Hamish. Thank you. Tēnā tātou. We will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Te Aho Tātairangi, Bachelor of Teaching and Learning, Kura Kaupapa Māori, the graduates I'm about to name. Letitia Jessica Lee Hill. Ariana Tia Adelaide Joseph. Juanita Elaine Timarama. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Te Aho Tātairangi, Bachelor of Teaching Māori, Medium Diploma Māori Education, the graduate I am about to name, Kahamai Te Rangi Simon. Tēnā koe, Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Certificate in Teaching English as an Additional Language the candidates I'm about to name. Anna Louise Williams. Philip Brian Williams. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Early Childhood Education the candidates I'm about to name. Regan Ty Denton Giles. Jennifer Louise Fulton. Yuan Hua Zhong. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Primary the candidates I'm about to name. Sarah Emily England. Mary Weng Yi Cahill. Sue Song Ching. Amanda Lee Clouston. Emma Elizabeth Coleman. Rebecca Gay Connolly. Emma Louise Deadman. Eleanor Jean Forlong. Rachel Maria Girling Butcher. Simone Jasmine Gordon. Deborah Carissa Rose Garland. Rebecca Kaylee Gray. April Haima. Emma Frances Hall. Jarrett Talbot Harawira. Caitlin Grace Herbert. Anne Judith Jones. Tracy Renee Lee. Tanya Mary Mackay. Aroha Macasey. Trent Toda McDonnell. Madeline Imelda McHardy. Hayley Mackay. Kylie Ann Munn. Danielle Bridget Proctor. Gina Bibiana Quintero Cruz. Claire Kathleen Brown Selwood. Lisa Elizabeth Swale. Linda Margaret Swallow. Caroline Rose Tātere. Leah Lorraine Thompson. Courtney Van Niekerk. Billy James Walker. Sky Jasmine Walton. Michaela Rose Watson. Brooke Joy Wheel. Tammy Ann Welsh. Annalise Rose White. Robin Joan Wilson. Tyler Dawn Wood. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Secondary the candidates I'm about to name. Megu Anderson. Greta Marie Andrews. Hayley Melinda Jane Baker. Gemma Raywin Bates. Maisie Alexandra Blackwood. Taryn Bradley James Bublitz. Curtis Clayton Michael Bunker. Amelia Rose Court. Courtney Dawn Davis. Formai te vaine formai. Michaela Jane Gregg. Tatiana Hopcroft. Christian Andres Huenque Salazar. Joshua Boy David Taiapa Johnson Hure. Jamie Ann Irwin. Liam Henry Wilson Kelly. Chloe Ann Maxwell. Tiffany May McAlane. Natalie Ruth Modrich. Holly Jean Morrell. Rhonda Marianne Poon. Keely Jane Portuguese. He maima mākere rikihana. Alexandra Jordan Sherwood. Tanya Faye Tiplady Symes. Natasha Alice Van Tuyl. Te tahinga o te rā Wiremu Whanga Davies. Siobhan Lois Williamson. Liam Francis Younger. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate certificate in education the candidate I'm about to name, Jane Ellison Wansibley. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate certificate in tertiary teaching and learning the candidates I'm about to name, Maria Nereida Juarez Chavez. Catherine Sarah Lyons. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in education the candidates I'm about to name, Tanya Sarah Hagan. Simranjot Kaur. Katrina Mary Matthews with distinction. Shelley Marie McHale. Cherie Jane Mary Lise Clark with distinction. Simrat Kaur. Elizabeth Campbell Stewart. Naomi Louise Young. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in specialist teaching the candidates I'm about to name, Mark David Bookless with distinction. Mary Gabriel Burnett. Janine Mary Remnant with distinction. Nice. Nathamian Taru with distinction. Sandra May True. Helen Beverly Windley. Thank you, Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for Te Aho Paerewa Postgraduate Diploma Teaching and Learning in Māori Medium the candidates I'm about to name. Eliana Rosalind Queenie Happy with distinction. Megan Rewa Rubin. Tēnā koe, Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduands I am about to name. Mari Frances Borthwick with distinction. Zoe Louise Bryant. Aileen Arihiduri. Jenna Catherine Hatch. Andrew Sam Jamieson. Anna Maria Katharina Jury. Jacqueline Mary Lucas. Jade Mahara Wakeling with distinction. Sharon Jane Ward. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education and Developmental Psychology the graduate I am about to name, Karen Leslie Stevenson. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Specialist Teaching the graduate I am about to name, Shalini Agarwal. With distinction. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō. It's now my pleasure to invite James Cherrington to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. James started his academic journey 8 years ago at the age of 47. At the time, he worked as a security guard, standing at the front door of Oranga Tamariki. 4 years later, he had completed his Bachelor of Social Work with first-class honours and was made a Massey Scholar. 4 years ago, James started full-time employment in the field of whānau ora, working as a kaiwakarara whānau ora navigator. After 4 years of part-time study, James graduated today with a Master of Social Work with first-class honours. James also works part-time as a pouarongo, a mentor of Māori social work students on their Te Rau Puawai Scholarship Program. James is of Māori, Niuean, Samoan, Irish and English descent. His moimoia dream is to in some way make a contribution to systemic change that generates positive outcomes for whānau. Please join me in a warm welcome to James Cherrington.
Tēnā koutou, whakaalofa lahi atu, ka nui te mihi ki te Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and all the Massey staff here today, kei te mihi, kei te mihi. Ko waio, who am I? Ko ngāpu I te iwi, ko Ngāti Hini te hapu, ko Parakiore te maunga, ko Māreorea te awa, ko Ngā Toki Mata Whaorua te waka, ko te Paia Marae te marae, ko James Cherrington tōku ingo. I've just shared with you who I am and where I am from, my tūranga waiwai, my place to stand. All of those that have met me also know that you can't have a short conversation with James. I'm passionate about what I do and I love a captive audience. However, this one time I will be brief. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate all the graduates here today. Yeehaw, we made it! We made it! Celebrate your achievement and own your success. Your hard work and the qualification you have gained will open doors, new pathways for you. Tomorrow is a new day, a new dawn, a new beginning. I'm excited for myself and all the graduates here today. Secondly, I would like to thank and congratulate the whānau, family and friends of graduates. Many of you have had to make sacrifices so that we could study. It is with great aroha that I thank you for the sacrifices you have made. Thirdly, I would like to talk about moemoeā, dreams and aspirations. When I started at Massey, I didn't want to be a security guard working 70 hours a week for minimum wage. I had a dream of providing a better life for my wife and children and gaining meaningful employment in a helping profession. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy studying. The endless hours sitting in front of my computer, the assignment deadlines, the stress of waiting for my results, isolating myself from my whānau and friends, all I wanted to do was finish. Yeah. However, I did enjoy gaining new knowledge and learning skills that would enable me to help people. I think that working in a helping profession is a vocation, not a job. We all want to help people. So, how do you help people? In my mahi as a kaiwhakaarara, there is a whakatauki, a saying that speaks of how to help people. Whakapiri, whakamarama, whakamana. Engagement leads to enlightenment. Enlightenment leads to empowerment. The first and most important part of that whakatauki is whakapiri, engagement. So how do you engage with people? When I was a teenager, my father, Te Paki Te Aho Keretene, taught me and my brother a saying, a way to engage with people. My dad was passionate about the universals and culture. What he taught us was, we are all the same so long as you understand the differences, whilst it is our differences that make us unique. It is our similarities that connect us. So when you meet people in your helping profession that are different from you, treat that difference as unique, but look for the similarities, because that is how you create connection and meaningful engagement. Engagement leads to enlightenment. Enlightenment leads to empowerment. Before I finish, I would like to issue a wero to all the graduates here today. As you embark on the next part of your life journey, take the knowledge you have gained at Massey, be an agent of change, empower people to take control of their own lives. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Tēnā koe, James. The wero has been put out there, so thank you so much. Ka niwi te mihi kia koe, James. Thank you again. We will now proceed with our last official duties today, and that's the conferment to our doctoral students. So I'll ask the Vice-Chancellor to lead us through that. Thank you.
A doctorate, either a PhD or a professionally named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications. Candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Education the graduand I am about to name, Sarah Miriam Aiono. Play-based learning in schools is becoming popular. However, there is a tension between what teachers know and believe and how they use play successfully as a tool to support learning. Ms. Aiono's study identified the value of providing a professional development coaching model over time to ensure implementation fidelity of the complex practices required to teach through play. Chancellor, Dr. Aiono. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Brian Noel Marsh. When beginning tertiary study, students experience a wide range of sometimes challenging relationships with lecturers, peers, and the institution as a whole. Mr. Marsh found there exists a complex ecology of student needs which should be understood and addressed in different ways. He argued that stakeholders in higher education need to ensure the building of positive, supportive learning relationships with students in future. Chancellor, Dr. Marsh. Wei Lin Beverly Tan, Doctoral Scholar. Chronic pain is a global health problem that is influenced by many factors, including biological sex and hydration status. Ms. Tan found that hypohydration increased pain sensitivity in women, whereas menstrual phase had no apparent effect. The results suggest staying well hydrated through regular fluid intake may help reduce pain in women. Chancellor, Dr. Tan. Carla van der Merwe, Doctoral Scholar. Foot function plays a role in non-contact anterior cruciate ligament rupture, or ACLR, and lateral ankle sprain, or LAS risk, but no current prophylactic program includes foot muscle-specific strategies. Carla van der Merwe's proof of concept study found that training the foot muscles may influence foot function and reduce ACLR and LAS risk. Although compliance was poor in the pilot, the inclusion of foot muscle-specific training in ACL and LAS prophylactic strategies is justified. Chancellor Dr. van der Merwe. Thank you, Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki Pure Huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Please be seated.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. A tēnā tātou e whare. Te whare, congratulations once more, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Please then join us in our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, with our staff, with family and friends, all of whom have been a key part of your graduate's successful journey. With those words, I therefore declare this congregation to be adjourned. If I could ask you all to please stand and join with us in singing the national anthem, God Te Whē New Zealand.